thank you so much for staying on the line. Let's talk about just okay. So just give us the details. I think we really would like to establish the details as to what happened when you tried to sought assistance from a legal perspective. Did you get an attorney? Tell us the story of how that unfolded and why it reached a block.
With regards to legal representation that I had tried to get, that went south in the sense that they just stopped communicating. The lawyer that was representing me in terms of my case quit without even notifying me. So the contract was terminated. I feel as if they didn't even give me the best legal representation that I possibly could have gotten. And with that as well, I got myself in a fix in the sense that the person that was backing me in terms of getting legal assistance had guaranteed to make sure that I get my winnings with agreement that I give him half of the winnings and he would handle the legal representation. So that didn't work out as well. So with the legal representation, I mean, they didn't even ask WorldSportsBetting and the NLC and all these other regulatory boards involved as to why my transactional history as well was deleted, with that being against the PAEA Act, or rather the PAEA, which is a Privacy Act. So they deleted all my transactional history without my consent, which is a violation. And the Gauteng Gambling Board, the National Gambling Board, the National Lotteries Commission, even Utuba didn't take them to task regarding that particular instance. And with my winnings as well, they claimed a server timeout error with Utuba, but then later they tried to refund me, but they paid the 50 Rand refund as winnings. So my question is, if you're saying that there was this timeout server error and my ticket didn't reach Utuba and Utuba doesn't also provide their IT forensics, then how are you paying me 50 Rand as winnings? What did I win exactly? So if I didn't play, or rather the ticket, there was an issue, how did I win? What did I win exactly? So nobody's able to give me those answers. And it's as if they're covering for each other, because at the time, Ituba had a contract with WorldSportsBetting as a third service provider, the same way that you would play the National Lottery on a banking app. And to this day, I don't know if it got cancelled as a result of this matter, as them trying to cover, I don't know, it coming back to them, or what the matter is with that.
Sounding dodgy and dodgier as you are sharing the story, Tshepo, and we will definitely need to get right of response from the relevant parties, including WorldSportsBetting and Ituba, to respond to these claims that you're making. Besides social media, I know that you had mentioned that you tried to seek legal counsel and it didn't really work out. I see that you've also tried to reach out on social media. What response has that brought to the table? Has it brought more awareness to the situation? And are there other media houses also that you have approached or who have approached you to bring your story to light?
When this first happened, I think on social media there wasn't really any interest, or the same interest as now. So now there's a lot of public interest, and I think it's as a result of all the concerns that consumers have in respect of the stories that have been coming about in terms of the gambling industry and the national lotteries. So also I would like to thank everybody that has been reposting on Twitter, because they actually have been making it a public interest story.
Yeah.
There's people that have been sending messages of just support and telling you not to give up and try and continue fighting for it. So besides going to the offices, sending them emails, sending everybody that I could possibly think of emails, I haven't gotten any other sort of resolve as to how to go about this matter.
Tshepo, I really feel for you, and when you mentioned in our first segment of the conversation about falling into depression, anyone could have fallen into depression under these circumstances. But, upon reflection, And if you think about the possibility of this jackpot being honored, 17 million rand or 18 million rand in your bank account, how would that have changed your life, that of yours and your family?
Well, I think it's hard to even imagine because it's access to a lot of opportunities. It's chances to take good care of the loved ones. It's just access to better healthcare, better quality in terms of living standards. It's a chance to just do a lot.
Right.
So it's hard thinking about it now, but
Yeah.
hopefully when they do honor and come to some sort of resolve, one will be able to experience all the possibilities that could have been.
It's now 10 minutes before 2 p.m. Central African time. We'll wrap up our conversation with Tshepo right after this.
The KwaZulu-Natal Convention Bureau, in collaboration with Millvest Advisory and the city of Umhlathuze, bring you the 2025 Tourism Investment Forum Africa. As a global platform for local action, the Tourism Investment Africa aims to promote the secondary and tertiary cities and regions as attractive investment and tourism hubs. Be part of the movement transforming tourism in Africa. Join us for the TIFA 2025 from August 27 to 29 at Tembela Venue, Richards Bay, KZN, South Africa.
We take no sides, none whatsoever. We are the upside.
Tshepo, just a quick one. Have you approached the NLC, that's the National Lotteries Commission, formally?
Yes, I've even went to their offices. We've had three meetings with the NLC. Also with the NLC, the first person that was handling the case started ignoring emails, and then I asked for a supervisor to handle the case, only to later realize that the supervisor restarted the case, but she was CC'd on every email from the beginning of the case. So she was well aware of the case, but it was restarted again. And then at the end, now, she hasn't been responding. The last the email that she sent was that from the feedback that they've gotten, WorldSportsBet said that they don't have records of this. To my response, it was, how do they get to the conclusion that it was a timeout server error if there's no evidence? And rule of thumb dictates that if somebody's saying there's a claim, you need to provide counter evidence that's factual, that's hard proof as to what happened. So they cannot just go off the word of WSB and Ituba without hard concrete evidence of what they're saying the issue was. So till today, she hasn't responded. I would call her office maybe 5 times a day, couldn't get a hold of her. So I know what the issue is is currently.
I'm just getting angrier and angrier, just listening to the story because, man. Tshepo, what do you plan to do going forward? I would imagine there must have been moments where you just felt like giving up, but these are your winnings, and you've got proof that you're the winner. So what do you want to do going forward? What do you think you're going to do?
To be honest, I had given up because of just the sheer emotional and mental toll that this took on me. So with the recent social media buzz regarding the national lotteries, it actually was a random tweet, and I responded to that only for people to take interest and really look into the story. So I think moving forward, the best possible thing for me to do would get legal representation, try and get conversation with them started again in terms of all the regulatory boards in question. Hopefully Ituba as well on social media, they will unblock me and give me some sort of response. Because even with that media statement that they had posted on Twitter, people were asking as to what the resolve with this particular matter is. Because they were speaking about the jackpots that were won physically and not just banking apps, but in terms of just the resolve with this, they had no response.
I mean, the highest place to be taking this kind of issue would be a place like the High Court. And with this kind of money that's involved, they would be able to hear your story. But we certainly hope that in light of the media attention now, that the parties that are involved, that includes the National Lotteries Commission, NLC, Ituba, WorldSportsBet. We hope that in the next coming days we'll get some responses from them as to what happened back in 2022, and hopefully, Tshepo, this will be resolved and that you will get the winnings that you rightfully have won. But we thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story, and we hope that we'll be able to keep this conversation alive and get to some sort of resolve. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you very much as well for giving me the chance to speak about this.
The voice there of Tshepo Bannister. We'll call him Bannister, so you don't go and Google wrong things. Won 17.4 million rand on World Sports Betting platform, playing the lottery. All his numbers came out on that night, and his winning was going to be about 17.4 million. Till this day, he has not received that money. He's followed up with World Sports Betting. He's followed up with the National Lotteries Commission, to no avail. So if you are able to assist Tshepo, if you're a lawyer, perhaps from these institutions, and would like to respond or reach out to Tshepo, get in touch with us, +27 63 406 9126. Alternatively, drop us a comment below with your handle or send us a DM on our social media platforms at Channel Africa on Facebook and YouTube, and at Channel Africa 1 on TikTok. 17.4 million rand. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And the emotional toll that it has taken on him over the past couple of years, wanting to quit. But the fact that his story is now being brought to the surface and more people are retweeting, wanting accountability, we hope that he will get the money or a settlement of kinds. But it can't just be throw it under the rug and let's forget about it. Can't.
Right. No, it cannot. It cannot. Like you said, it's almost 18 million in South African rands, and that's a good piece of fortune. That can really take you places. So, and also it's not about that. It's about the fact that he deserves these earnings. Okay, he's got the proof that he's won the money. And also, I think if you've got nothing to hide, you shouldn't be going around blocking people on Twitter.
Why are they blocking?
If you've got nothing to hide,
whole institution blocking
do you know
a human being.
So, we definitely are going to try and get answers from the people at the top who are in charge of this particular bet that we're in conversation about, and see what they have to say for themselves. But I don't know how common it is. We should actually do a little bit extra digging. How common is it for people to, put a bet for like, I don't know, 50
rand.
For 50 rand or 50 cents, US dollars, whatever the case is, and then just these huge winnings, and then you never get to see those winnings in your bank account? How common is that? I wonder.
Let us know. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you didn't win 17 million. Maybe you won 100,000. Maybe you won 25,000 rand.
And you haven't seen it.
And you still haven't seen it because there was something that happened, a technical glitch, a timeout, whatever the case may be.
Well, technical glitch in my bank account. Thank you very much. How's about that?
Let us know. And I hope that the legal representative who will now help him doesn't do the same thing that the other dodgy one did. A whole 50%. I want 50% for helping you. No, man.
No, that's not a lawyer. I don't know what to call that.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Let's listen to some music before we get the latest news.
Get Channel Africa on